Okay, good morning, everyone, again. Welcome to Agorà Italian Academy. This is chapter 5 for waiter and bar course. If anyone didn't subscribe our YouTube channel, please go and subscribe our YouTube channel and follow our LinkedIn page too. So I will start with today's class, which is chapter 5 on communication and the rhythm and stress management in the restaurant. Anyone who wants to tell me why there is a misconception in the kitchen is like the waiter has less stress compared to the kitchen when the reality is the opposite of it.
The slide explains that why the restaurant is stressful. Basically, it is about the factors of noisier, more exposed, and predictable. It reminds, like the picture illustrates, whenever a person is getting irritated or he's tired, he gets stressful because of not only his environment, but also due to other factors like mentally and pressures and the talks of
Mhm.
his friends, etc. Means background matters, of course.
Thank you, dear, for your explanation. Okay, Diane, do you have a question? You raised your hand.
No, I just wanted to respond, but he responded already. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. You can repeat. It's okay. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that the kitchen is more stressful because like every waiter like has maybe needs something and they has to come to this guy. I need A, the other one will come, I need B. So it's like he receive different offers like to do different things at the same time. So I think receiving various waiters who needs different things can be stressful as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Betty, is there anything that you want to add, or should I go to the next slide?
I think you can go to the next slide because they've really exhausted everything.
Okay, so as Zulfikar said, and also Diana and Betty said, the restaurant is very stressful because of the following factors. It is noisier, more exposed, unpredictable, and mentally exhausting. So what are the source of our stresses? We already said in the resort restaurants, there are going to be hundreds of guests waiting. So they're going to be watching you. So it's going to be very stressful. The pressure from your superiors, like the matri, is going to be also another source of stress. There's going to be a mass peak, like a long queue will be there. So that's also another stress factor. Sudden problems might happen, like children creating mess around the sala or the restaurant rooms, and also guests constantly asking for different questions. The need for aesthetics every micro minute is going to be also another stress. Is everything clear, or do you have any questions?
Everything is clear.
Thank you, Parshitam. Thank you. So as like we said earlier in our last classes, the professional communication among the colleagues and also the staff members should be clear, short, direct, respectful, professional, and coordinated. We have already covered these things in the last classes, like the correct phrases to use, like before you start walking with some hot trays, you have to tell somebody that it is hot. Behind you, watch, like attenzione. Also, it's short communication, like if the tray is finished, you have to tell the kitchen staff the tray is finished. If there's a need for urgent cleaning, you need to also remind them there should be urgent cleaning too. The forbidden phrases include when the guest asks you something, you cannot reply with, that's not my job, it's her fault, it's not my fault, you cannot do this. Be professional. And also the other thing is the communication with the guests. This is also covered in our earlier classes. So you should start with a smile, greeting them like, good morning, how can I help you? Please or enjoy your meal. You shouldn't say like, I don't know, it's not my problem, it is finished. Don't say it in a dry way, just try to be polite. If it's finished, you have to say, I'm sorry, it is finished, or I'll just check with my manager. Don't be dry with your replies. With the staff members in the kitchen, you have to announce before entering the kitchen. And also, you should speak loudly, but that doesn't mean shouting. It should be with respect. Be precise in what you want. And you never take trays without authorization. So the kitchen superior or the supervisor should give you the authorization to take the trays. The work rhythm in the restaurant, as we covered it in the last classes, it should be fast, but not like running. We have to coordinate our body. And also, we have to anticipate in peak times, maintain aesthetics, and optimize the routes, taking the shorter and effective paths to reach something or to complete an action. This is the cycle for professional movement. Anyone from the participants who wants to explain this in case you understand it. This is the cycle for us, specifically for the waiter and waitresses.
Can I
Anyone
explain
who
it?
wants
I can explain.
anyone? Okay. Who is the other person? Kumar?
Yes. Okay. So initially, the cycle of professional movement is that first of all, any worker should observe. First is the key point observation, and then he decide what to do. And after decision, he take to movement, and then he move and then execute whatever he want, the correct decision. And after that, he return to the position where he was. So this was all cycle how flow a professional organization. So this is very important in order to make a smooth and a very rhythmic way. So it's important to follow this chart.
Perfect, Kumar. Okay, Zulfikar, if you have anything to add, you can also explain this. Thank you.
Okay. So basically, this cycle phases is taken from the STEM training and STEM, strength, weaknesses, and tensions, etc. It explains about the 5 phases of a person in a professional career, like
Okay.
what a person do. First of all, he make a hypothesis and at any place where he is working to observe such environment and thing. And then he has to take a decision to move further for executing the plan and towards returning the position. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for Kumar and Zulfikar. That was a good elaboration. This is also another slide that we discussed in our earlier classes. Anyone who wants to cover this again, it's already we already know about.
So in this slide, we are being told that about you never stop at a buffet, like in an don't stop anywhere, like in buffet especially, and then never go to zigzag and never back suddenly, because this create a problem. Moment must be light, continuous, and coordinated, predictable. So everything should be smooth and correct, not like zigzag and not like problem creating, just problem solving way.
Okay. Just to point out some things, when we say never stop at buffet, if you are assigned to stop or to work at the buffet, yes, you need to stop there or stand there and do whatever job you have to do. Otherwise, if you are like assigned to the sala, like observing the guests, asking for the guests what they need, you don't have to stop at the buffet. Other things are clear. Thank you, Kumar. So, why do you think we have to follow the buffet rhythm, or why do you think we have to respect this? Beatty?
There's a bit of noise where I am in the room. I think the grader is waking, so I don't know if I'll be very audible enough.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe you can put it in the chat. Others can also participate.
Okay.
I think we have to respect the client choice because we don't want to disturb anymore the clients.
Okay. Anything you want to add in the written? That's also a good answer. Thank you, Siddiq. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I will continue with the stress management. So it's an inevitable event, right? We cannot eliminate stress. The only thing that we can do is manage it or the way we react to it. So as we earlier said, the crowd, noise, the heat, the movement, the sudden requests, that will make you stressed. And our typical reactions for the stress are the following: nervousness, fast breathing, and mental block. When we say mental block, it's like everything, the information that you know about the menu, about the restaurant, you might lose it because so one of the reactions for stress is mental block, and like you have to manage it. And next slide, we're going to be learning how to manage the stresses. Okay, the first technique is the operational breathing, 4-2, which means 4 seconds you have to breathe in, then 2 seconds hold it, then release it again. I think you can see the picture, right? The girl trying to relieve her stress. Is it visible for all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
And try to, technique 2 is try to single focus and invisible micro pauses. Anyone who wants to answer what it means by invisible micro pauses, if anyone knows?
I can try.
Okay, Sandra, go ahead. Thank you.
I'm not sure, but I think it means a pause where that does not affect the flow of everything. A pause maybe inside you that people won't really notice, but it helps you to maybe regulate and calm down.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. So the term actually defines itself by itself, like invisible ones. No one noticed the micro pause, but like you will start answering like after thinking. So you're gonna take a micro pause, try to calm yourself, and give the answer for the guests whatever they want. The other thing is simple communication. Don't complicate anything. Try to breathe and like have a micro pause, then try to simply communicate. And the last technique is constant internal rhythm, like try to keep coordinated by yourself. How do we handle critical situations? Earlier we said there's gonna be a large, long queue. There is gonna be stressful environments. So how do you think we can handle these critical situations?
I think you have to follow the rules also. Usually you have to like consult or ask some suggestion your supervisor. Like
Yeah. So if there's a huge or long queue, that what you have to supposed to do is open a second flow. If it was a single flow and if the numbers start increasing, open a second flow, smile, channel the guests, and also I said this every time, like it's a teamwork. So your colleague is supposed to help you in any case. So you have to support each other. It's a teamwork. And if there is an empty tray, you have to call the kitchen and replace it quickly. Sometimes you're going to be facing the agitated guests, so try to, when you reply to them with a calm tone, everything starts to settle down. So use a short phrases, calm tone, smiley face, and offer solution. If you cannot offer a solution, you have to talk to your supervisors. They will provide a solution. If there is a food dropped or any water spilled, you have to keep the sign that says attention and like instantly try to clean everything and clean everything immediately. If there are children running around, roaming around, and like trying to create a maze, give a polite warning to the parents. Like politely, you could say, "Please keep your children in some space because we don't want to have any maze." Okay, Pacific Shema, you have a question.
It's not a question, but more like a small thing that for us that we used to do where I worked. So sometimes we used to deal with agitated guests. So like when a client or a guest is angry, so they tend to like speak a lot of words. Yeah, like to make you understand their situation and everything. And sometimes their anger isn't really just that they're angry. Sometimes they have proof. So like the way we used to handle these complaints used to be like empathetic. Like they tell you the whole story, you listen and you try not to like say your point of view or just offer the solution immediately without letting them like say what their problem is. So we would just like let them speak and then like calmly you tell them that you understand and you tell them that you want to find a solution. And if you can't deal with it, you tell them politely that you're going to find a manager. And like by that time, you're showing the guest that you really care. And immediately, if the manager comes, the guest is already cooled down, so the situation gets easily handled.
Yeah, exactly, Pacific. Empathy is one of the key to actually calm down the agitated guests. Thank you very much, Pacific. Okay, the professional restaurant mindsets. Anyone who wants to read out this slide?
Professional restaurant mindset.
Okay.
Thing you need to be elegance, you need to be calm, you need to be speed. Discretion, this means the ability to make careful decisions. Like your decisions should be very carefully. Like
Okay.
respect hierarchy, you need to know that there are certain things that you can do, that you need to report to your superiors. We need to have a team spirit. Team spirit, like you earlier said, like it's not me who was supposed to do that. We need to know that even if my friend didn't do this, I can still help out.
Yeah.
And the motto is fast, silent, smiling.
Okay, thank you. I think Siddiq was also gonna answer. Do you want to add anything?
Yes, it's really very good. She presented a very good way, but I can try to read
Okay.
as well.
Okay, good. Go
I
ahead.
think it's very important when you are working as a professional to be elegant because the dressing is very important regarding the perception of the people, the style, cleaning something. So as well, calm is very, very crucial because you have to listen all the people carefully and then you understand, then you can solve the problem like this. Speed as well is another important step, is because you have to do you have to do something very well and very quick. Maybe you are as a waiter, you have to bring some stuff in the table is
Yeah.
like quick, and discretion as well. Respect the hierarchy also, it's crucial because sometimes you cannot do for yourself until you can go like supervisor, because you can meet some suggestion or some requirement is not your ability. You have to ask the other teams like this.
True. Okay, thank you very much for your answers. So I want to highlight on the team spirit because I said this earlier and also Betty also mentioned it. The team spirit is really important because we have to be accountable and responsible as a group. So it's not just, you don't have to work with the past like it's me or I. Don't do that. Like try to work out things and follow the measurements that you have to take in a group, like as a colleague. Just you have to have the spirit of we, like together kind of spirits. So today's class will like my class for the waiter and waitress is still here, but anyone who wants to have to ask any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And also if anyone wants to summarize the class for today, I would be happy to listen to you guys.
Yes, Professor.
Sure, go ahead, Yoba. Thank you.
I want to add something about the respecting of the hierarchy, and I can bring it with the team spirit. Even between us, it's not about like responding to the managers. You also, the people who are waiters, you need to respect each other first before you start to think about the hierarchy and how you are in hierarchy. So if you cannot respect someone that you work together, it's also hard to respect the manager. So with that, the team spirit comes because now you are respecting someone that you're working with, and it's really easier for you to work together. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I can take from today.
Thank you, Kirwa. Thank you. That was really good. Yeah, as she said, yeah, before respecting the hierarchy, what comes first is respecting yourself first, then respect the others who work with you, then respect the hierarchy. Thank you very much for this point. Thank you. Okay, I hope there is no any question. Everything is clear. So Darius will take from this time for the barista class.
We'll continue with the biochemist course. And thanks to Biruk, because I will be talking on some of her comments so we get to understand even much more better. But before starting today's course, which will be talking about the postures, the rhythms, as well as the movement in a bar, I want to highlight something because we are going to be working as bartenders as well as baristas. So one of the things that I have seen recently that we haven't talked about, especially on coffees, like coffee is it is the most popular drink in Italy, but it has some restrictions, especially when it comes to Italian people. So they have some do's and don'ts when it comes to coffee, and some which goes with the, of course, time that you have to take them, some which goes again to other restrictions. But today I want to be talking specifically about taking cappuccino or normal espresso during the day and during the evening. Like, does someone know one of the restriction? Like, it's really popular here in Italy of taking cappuccino and coffees. Like, if someone knows, I would like to hear what is your response? Like, what is the right time to take cappuccino in Italy, and what is the right time to take normal coffee like espresso?
I think you can't take cappuccino after 11 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And about coffee, like normal espresso, do anyone know like when and when to not take normal espresso?
I think espresso should be taken during cappuccino is during the morning, so I think till 11 a.m. and then espresso should be in the afternoon.
Yes, kinda. Yeah, you are true. But espresso, you have
I think
like Italians to take them.
I think
Yes, Sudi.
I think coffee you can take after lunch.
Okay.
But I think I don't know. But I think cappuccino you cannot take when you eat lunch something, but you can take in the morning.
Yeah. So it's actually
Hello.
it's actually not the right thing to do. Yes, Faustin.
Yes, coffee we can take it in the morning, and also just and you can take it at the afternoon or morning. It's depending your choice, or especially it's like afternoon.
Okay. So let me try to talk about it really fast, and then we move on.
I thought espresso can be taken anytime, then cappuccino in the morning.
Okay. So others, please write your thoughts like in the chats as I will be explaining about this. So the thing is, for coffees, Italians, they don't have like restrictions on how many cups you should have and at which time, but mostly people take it during the whole day as well as before the midnight. So the concept is this one. They do, like, since coffee, of course, fastens the movement of blood. Many people like it to take espresso after having lunch and dinner, because as the blood circulates a lot, it helps the digestion to be faster. Instead, it's different to cappuccino as well as macchiato. So Italians do not drink, let's say, cappuccino after 11, but if you order it, you will get it no matter what. Like, if you're a foreigner, like an international client, you get to order, like, let's say, cappuccino at 12, you will get it, of course, but expect some of the weird looks and as well as the whispers, like in the ears of Italians who will be around, because they don't drink coffee after 11, because this is also the difference about normal espresso. Every latte containing coffee, as well as macchiato, espresso, cortado, they slow down the digestion. So if they get to take it after 11, the food doesn't go like the digestion process doesn't go well like after lunch. Especially like after then eating, you can take it because you're slowing down the digestion. And if you eat, one of the things that you expect is like fastening the digestion because as food gets to store like in your stomach for a long time, you will have some, I don't know, laziness, some fatigues. So that's the secret about like Italian not drinking cappuccino after 11 a.m. But for when it comes to espresso, they can drink as much as they can. I've seen that at the hotel, a person on a breakfast can order like even more than five like espresso because that's their most favorite drink, and then they get to drink it like after having every meal, after having dinner. So that's the reason. So, but as time passes, I will just try to comment like on those stuffs again, just to make a recap to get to see if you still understand these types of coffees: espresso, cortado, which is a short espresso, double espresso, which is double espresso and served like in a big cup, americano, which is a coffee and water and hot water, cafe lungo, which is a cafe espresso but a long one almost like to fill the glass. The macchiato, which is like only coffee with a milk foam only, without milk, only milk foam. Cartado, which is a macchiato served in a glass, a flat white, cappuccino. So just to make you guys try to remember again. But today I'll be talking about the first chapter, which is the posture, the rhythm, and the professional movements at the bar. So, the bar is a professional dance floor. If I say like a dance floor, it's just to mean that it is a place where if you get to do like a small mistake, since of course you are in front of clients, you just get to ruin everything. It causes chaos. Imagine if you are a waiter, you get to pour like some drinks on the floor, and then you forget to put like some danger marks that the place is slippery, then you really get to feel how much chaos it could cause. And of course, it's a place where kids are running, like normal clients are just passing every time. So it's a professional dance floor, and what we really need as waiters or baristas, we need to move with fluidity. We need to maintain the safety, avoid the collision with our colleague. Uh, yes, we do have to be super quick, but then not as super quick to cause like troubles to collide with our colleagues. And then we are obliged to handle guests just a few centimeters away so that we welcome them like in a proper way and sustain the rhythm because some hours like we do have many clients, some hours we do have less clients, so we need to keep like that fluidity as well as the rhythm. And there are some of the correct bartenders postures. So if you are a barista or bartender and a client just sees you from the first time, your posture or the way you're just standing will give them a lot of information. Firstly, they will get to know that you are professional or just you are like a random student who is learning it for the first time. And of course, if they get to think that you're just like new to the career, they will treat you like not really good. They will get to be scared to order some drinks, and they will be like, oh, they did it wrong, they did it perfect, blah blah blah. So we need to have a good posture. And what do I mean having a good one? You have to stand straight back because this helps to prevent the back pain, especially for people who get to stand from 6 to 7 hours a day. You can really feel how it is hard to stand like for that long that period of time because you won't be having like a chair to sit on. You will be at work, and then so you have to stand straight, not curved. It's better if you open your shoulders because it gets to give a good feedback to clients. It reflects the confidence because like if you close your arms, if you tend to construct your arms closer to your body, they will get to see that you are frightened or you are scary. But if you open your shoulders, then it will give like a good message of confidence. And split your legs slightly apart. Just this helps for the stability and weight even distributed on the both feet, of course. And by controlling the movement, please never abrupt, never don't get like nervous and don't panic because by the time you start panicking, chaos will be done. And so there are some of the bartender movement that, of course, Biruk talked about it last time, even today, which is the fluidity and psychosystem. And we usually use this system to be faster because they are like really two movements. There is circular movement as well as linear movement. Linear movement causes a lot of troubles as we are going to see, but circular movement, it is the really good one, and I do recommend everyone to use it. So, what do I mean when we say like circular movement as a bartender? When we say circular movement, we say like firstly a person gets to pick up a glass and then they uses their left hand to add ice. Please remember, as I've talked about it from last time, don't use your normal hands or your glasses to scoop ice. There is like a scooping material that we do use to scoop glass. So use that material by your right hand, pour like the glass in the pour the ice in the glass, handled by your left hand. Put the drinks using your right hand. You can feel that it's kind of like circular. Like I'm not using only one hand, so I'm using like double hands. And then after pouring the drink, rotate slightly, not like really rushing, because if you get to rush, you can collide with your colleague. Rotate slightly, return to your center where you can serve. So this system is better because it allows like crossing hands. That's the first one. It allows to reduce the waste of energy. It allows to control like the slowdown. A part of rotating allows to not collide with our colleagues. Whereas if we say linear movement, which many students tend to do at their first time doing this, it causes chaos because they run like back and forth. They move so much. So that leads to the waste of time while like trying to look for tools. Imagine if I get to think, okay, I am going to grab a drink. I run really quickly to the fridge. I come back again. So that's a waste of time. And again, you're wasting your energy. And so this, yeah, it includes like walk back and forth for no reason. By this technique, it's really likely to collide with your colleagues because you look unstable. So we are recommended to adopt the first movement, which is circular, and please to try to avoid the linear movement. And so there are some rhythm controls, the three fundamental rhythms. So they are like the base rhythm. We do have the medium rhythm and the peak rhythm. Of course, by only their name, you can understand like their difference, because when we say a basic rhythm, we mean by the time when we have like less clients, so the place is so calm, and then you get to use the calm voices. You are so relaxed, and then you continue like making some cleanings, because if the clients are not like much there, what you usually do, you just clean the place un pochissimo, like a little bit, just to tidy up the place. So the medium rhythm is kind of not really relaxed as the first one. So but by this rhythm is kind of faster. So you have to like the production, line preparation. We do have like in this rhythm, we do have like many people, but then it's not a long line of people waiting for us. Whereas the peak rhythm, which we usually get mostly in the evening period, because many people are coming to pre-shows or after having dinner or for aperitivo. This is the super intense one because you can by this rhythm, only one bartender gets to prepare like 2 to 3 drinks at the same time. So you have to prevent getting some chaos, like zero chaos, zero unnecessary movement. You are really recommended to not waste a lot of time, really be focused at your work because it's really likely to have a chaos since, of course, you're having a long queue of people waiting for you to serve them. So but above all that, we really can manage ourselves. Like we can manage ourselves at the bar. One of the things we can do is to manage the place. And what do I mean between that? So in time of 2 or 3 bartenders like working at the same time, one can keep his own place. Like keep your place, like stay in your lane, try to tight more your lane. And if you get to serve clients, like stay in your lane. So don't make like a lot of movement because there are also some of your colleagues doing their work. So this will help you like to reduce the chaos at the bar. And then there is this behind the rule that we oblige students to respect also. What is the behind rule? The behind rule is, as I've said, by trying to rotate really slightly, like don't rotate them very fast. Make sure your eye is really attentive, like keep your eye on to get to see where are the people located. If you try to move, like, am I not going to collide with clients or my colleagues? Uh, so we really oblige students to use this behind rule, like please take an eye to see before rotating. And so the first managing thing that we do use is to clean our trajectories. As I've told you, you will be like holding your position in a specific place. So by standing in that position of yours, try to make it really clean. And if you do your things like stay in your lane. And so one of the counter management during the peak time that we can adopt is please make sure the place where you are working is really dry, like not slippery. Make sure that where you are working from is shiny and clean and without, of course, open botros, as well as lead tools exposed at the top. So if the control is clean, the bartender will for sure be clean. And so use your voice and your tone to control the rhythm. So keep your smiley face, as I can say. Make sure to use short phrases and in a good tone and use the polite words. As we've mentioned, like Biruk mentioned it before, and I am repeating it because the way you talk reflects your professional standards. So try to use good sentences like "Good evening, sir. What can I get you?" If you are really busy, be free to say, "One moment, please," and please avoid like to use some bad words or to use like some bad tones. Don't say I don't know. Don't say just wait, I'm coming. Don't say it's finished. Uh, because I don't know, like the students maybe remind me like in the chat who did say like clients are the kings and queens. So we gotta we have to take care of them like as good as we can. So if there is no other question, then I would be really happy to see you next time.